channel, or welcome if you're new. If you are new, hi, I'm Cora. Make sure you check out the description box below for links to all my social accounts, as well as my website, corashay.com. And let's jump right in the video because we are going to be talking about the steps to take when you need to set goals, but you don't feel motivated.
I can feel your heart pound beating like a kick drum. Love it when I'm this drunk. Ooh, yeah, I can find.
So we've probably all found ourselves in a situation where it's the beginning of the week, the month, the year, whatever, and you need to set goals because you need to get things done. But you're not really feeling like you're in the mood for it. You're not feeling overly motivated and inspired, even though you know that setting goals is one of the best ways to keep you focused and keep you on track so that you can achieve your ultimate goals and dreams. So I'm going to be sharing what I do when I know that I absolutely need to set goals because I know it's going to help me get motivated. I know it's going to help me get focused, but I really just don't feel like it. So let's jump into that. Step number one is to do a timed brainstorming session. So what I do is I set just a timer on my phone, so the time frame that I set it for, whether it be 5, 10, or 15 minutes, depends on the time frame for which types of goals it is. If it's weekly goals, I'll do 5 minutes. If it's monthly goals, 10 minutes. And if it's annual goals, either 15 or 20 minutes, depending on how long I feel like I am going to be able to actually brainstorm for. And you put away everything other than your timer. Don't look at anything, turn down your computer, turn off your phone, everything like that. And focus for that time of that timer on just listing out any goal that you may want to achieve in that time frame. And it can be outlandish, it can be something that you actually don't know if you're gonna like. Don't worry about that. You don't worry about that at this point. Just brainstorm, list out everything that you can possibly think of that would be a goal for that week, month, or year, and write it down. Because when you start to really think about what you want to accomplish and what you would love to accomplish and what you could accomplish, and even dreaming bigger than maybe what you think you can accomplish, it's going to inspire you, it's going to motivate you, and it's going to help encourage you to actually set goals and start making action plans for those goals. 2 is to go through and evaluate any goals that you've recently missed. One of the reasons that you may not feel like setting goals and you may be lacking just general motivation, inspiration in life is because you just missed a goal. It's near the beginning of the year, which means you may be looking back at last year and thinking about goals that you missed and that you really wish you would have achieved, and you feel like uninspired, and it can really drag you down and kind of put you in a rut when you think about goals that you missed. But one of the best ways to tackle that is to reevaluate those goals and try again. I have an entire video on how to reevaluate your goals and how to make new action plans, everything like that. I will link it below. If you are struggling with this step of reevaluating your goals, please go watch that video. It'll really help you out. Step number 3 is a little bit deeper and it's a little bit more personal, but it's so essential. If you want to get out of this rut and you want to set your goals and you want to be motivated, you need to have a serious conversation with yourself about what will happen if you don't set those goals. You probably want to achieve them, right? What does that look like? Do you have a goal of getting a certain GPA this semester? What will that impact in the future if you don't set that goal, so therefore you don't work towards it and you maybe don't achieve it? Is that going to hurt your career opportunities in the future? Are you looking at applying to post-grad? Is that going to impact your post-grad applications? Think about the consequences and how it's going to impact your future self. It could be health and fitness goals. If you don't start setting goals to start running, but you signed up for a triathlon next year, how's that going to impact that? How's it going to impact your future self? Ask yourself questions. If your goals are a little bit less actionable and a little bit less measurable, ask yourself some questions like, if I don't set these goals, what will have changed in my life in the next 5 years? Ask yourself honestly, if you don't get to setting goals and working on improving yourself, are you going to resent yourself in the future? Are you going to resent that you never took those steps? Ask yourself what you're currently doing now that's helping you work towards your goals, and is that enough? Ask yourself those kind of little bit deeper questions, and you really think about the consequences of not setting the goals. It can be a little bit of a kick in the butt that you need to get to goal setting so that you can work towards your dreams. Step number 4 is one that can be very encouraging, and that is to talk out your feelings and your lack of motivation with somebody. So call up a loved one, talk to your significant other, talk to your sibling, parent, whoever, and explain a little bit about why you're struggling to get motivated and why you need to set the goals, because not only are you potentially creating an accountability buddy if you don't already have one, but you're also just kind of getting it out in the air. And a lot of times when you talk it out with somebody else, you're able to think a lot more about what you actually want. You can catch your train of thoughts start to go in maybe different directions than you've realized, and it can really help you get back on track and motivate you. Step number 5 is a little bit of a trick that will help to inspire you, and that is to write a list of everything that does inspire you. Sit down, grab a notebook, and make a list of everything in life that inspires you. That can be people, that can be family members, that can be dreams, it can be books that you've read, it can be visions for something you want to see in the future, anything that inspires you. It makes you want to become a better person, whether that be so that you can be a better parent, so that you can be a better significant other, so that you can be the best version of yourself, so that you can look back at your life in 20 years and be happy with it. No matter what inspires you, write it down on that list, because as you're writing that list, it can really help to give you that little boost of motivation and inspiration that you need so that you can set the goals and you can set your actionable goal steps and you can start working towards achieving them. The final step is to play around with different goal setting systems. Part of the reason you may be uninspired and unmotivated to actually set your goals is because you're not using a goal setting system that works for you. It is very personal, it is very dependent on who you are and what your goals are and what works with your life. So just because you see somebody have a video or a blog post about how they set goals, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. I saw a video on TikTok the other day of a lady who put post-it notes on different wine bottles for her goals for that year. And each time that she achieves that goal, she takes the sticky note off and drinks that bottle of wine. That is such a creative and super fun goal setting system, and that may or may not work for you. For me, it's making sure that I have my list of my goals somewhere very visible. It's on my desk at all times. I'm constantly seeing them because that is the goal setting system that works for me. So figure out what works for you. It may be making it public. That may be the thing that works the best for you. When you know that you have almost like a level of social pressure. It could be just keeping it somewhere visible. Like I said, I put mine on my desk. You can put it on your refrigerator. You can put it in your closet. It's actually a great place because you tend to open your closet every single day, in your bathroom, anywhere. It could be that you make it the background on your phone. And then your goal setting system also goes into the steps of, what types of goals do you set? Do you like to break down your goals into different categories, relationship, health and fitness, career, personal growth, or do you like to just make a mega list? For me, mega list is what works. Breaking it down too much starts to make me feel like I have to prioritize within those goals, and that doesn't work for me, but it works for other people. So think about the goal setting system you're using, think about if it's working, and if it's not working, which might be why you're watching this video and have watched this point, then try reevaluating it and seeing if there's a goal setting system that might work a little bit better for your life. Before I end this video, I do want to quickly mention that I do believe that a lot of times when you're lacking motivation, it is a bigger issue than that. And if you feel that your mental health and your mental wellness is what's holding you back from setting those goals, you need to make that your priority first and foremost. Your mental wellness comes first. Don't worry about setting goals. Don't worry about feeling like you have to be productive or efficient all the time. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself first and foremost. But if you feel that you're just feeling a little bit on the unmotivated side and you need some inspiration and some steps to take, then I hope that this video was helpful for you. So guys, stay safe out there, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.